We just talked about ultra cold storage. It could pose distribution challenges. Now, there's another vaccine candidate that you are watching closely that I don't think ultra cold storage is going to be as much of a hurdle for that. Can you tell us what that is?
Sure. There's several leaders right now, and the one that I'm really watching closely is Johnson and Johnson. Johnson and Johnson has a late stage vaccine. You're not hearing as much about it because they're not broadcasting as much about their vaccine, but they're in late stage testing, very large clinical trial, and their vaccine is not a messenger RNA based vaccine, and it as such, it doesn't require that ultra cold storage. But the thing that really stands out about J&J's vaccine candidate is that it's a single dose vaccine. So if it proves to be both safe and effective, it could really be a competitor if it gets to the market because of that advantage of the logistical challenges aren't there, and because it's a single dose vaccine.
Definitely. And we don't think this is a winner take all market. I think everyone's expecting multiple vaccines to cross the finish line and come on the market. And we need that in order to vaccinate enough people. So, given that, are there any particular vaccine developers that you think really stand out as an investment? So, looking at the stocks of Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson and Johnson, if you had enough money to buy one share today, what would be your pick?
I would say I'm not going to answer that question directly, Corinne. and the reason why I want is I realize that we have investors with different investing styles. And so I'll just say this: if you're a conservative investor who really doesn't want to take on an awful lot of risk, you're going to be better off with one of the bigger companies. And I would say Johnson and Johnson is probably a top pick, as well as a Pfizer. And I would throw AstraZeneca into that mix as well. I think any of those three leading companies in the coronavirus vaccine race would be excellent picks for more conservative investors. Now, if you're more of an aggressive investor, then Moderna is certainly one to consider because of their pipeline. I think it could be very promising. And then there's another one that it's a little bit behind these leaders, but Novavax, the ticker there's NVAX. Novavax is much smaller than any of the other leaders. They have a late stage candidate. It's in late stage testing in the UK already. They hope to begin a US late stage study later this month. And if they're successful, their success would make that stock go up a lot more because it's such a small biotech. Their market cap, I haven't looked this morning, but it's been in the vicinity of $6 billion or so, much smaller than even Moderna or BioNTech. And so if Novavax has success with their vaccine, then that's a stock that could really take off. So if you're an aggressive investor, that might be one to keep your eyes on.